to send this to my subscription service so they can tell me about this book.
Got a request from a Kayla Lipscomb, arcane book from the Tech Library. Not finding it. God.
Enter the sword stick. Excuse me. Could you tell me what this book is?
It's the periodical publications of the New Yorker from February 24th, 1962 to May 26th, 1962.
Thank you.
Not a problem. You have a nice day.
You too. I totally forgot. Which book was I using? Let me use my new sword stick to call up that memo that I made about this book the other day.
New Yorker periodical publications archived. February 24th, 1962 through May 26th, 1962.
The sword stick makes use of the Taos 3200 dB color sensor and the Emic Text-to-Speech sensor and a 5-position button / switch from Radio Shack in order to help the visually impaired color code and sort through items that aren't easily labeled with the traditional slate and stylus. For instance, you can't stamp onto this metal surface very easily, nor do you want to mar the surface of some items that you might be doing, like collectibles. That's just an example. But the way that this color sensor works is these LEDs give off pulse width. They give out certain pulse widths that are reflected off a surface, and that reflection is measured from the bottom of this aperture to the top of the aperture. The amount of time that it takes to reach the top from the bottom denotes the wavelength of light. What we do in our program is we take a reading of first the red, the green, and then the blue wavelengths of light. We scale our readings because it returns very large numbers. We scale it down to a size. We actually tried to hit an industry standard of 0 to 255 that the Arduinos actually better able to process as well. And based on whatever reading or wavelength is most present, we have the text-to-speech sensor programmed to give an audio cue to help with the labeling process. The switch, we've only got 2 loops incorporated right now. One is to purely sense colors for quick sorting. The second loop is to give memos, like you saw earlier in the video, to get sort of like information from someone in your environment that you couldn't necessarily access from the subscription service or through the other means available to the visually impaired.
So we wanted to create an ergonomic ideal version, which would be much cheaper than those existing products, which range from $500 to $6,000. And one way for us to create this and make it cheaper would be to make our own LED lights for the color sensor, which would probably be about $5 to $10 instead of paying $60 for it. So our product will be much cheaper than these existing ones, which, I mean, some people may not even have the funds to pay $500 to $6,000 for a product that they really need in their life.
Blue, red, green, blue, green, red, green, green, blue,